my YouTube family, and thanks for stopping by. I have already connected with your energy, and I was guided to these three cards for you, which is change, prosperity, and enlightenment. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and get started. The change card has shown up in your reading today because you need to expand your flexibility for change, and you'll enjoy the beautiful life that is ahead of you. Change at times, it has a way of pushing you out of your comfort zone. Regardless, change depends on how you see and understand it. The adjustment time in getting used to change will vary, but changing from one condition to the next can upset control over the dependable outcomes familiar to you. Change can be uncomfortable or disturbing at times, throwing everything off plan. And of course, but your resilient spirit welcomes the progression that change brings forth. And through growth, your expanded learning curve supports you in becoming more flexible and adaptable to all situations. By expanding your flexibility for change, you'll enjoy a beautiful life that is set before you. And life is a series of change: marriage, moving, a new home, a new job, a new baby, and so much more. No matter how secure and predictable your life is, there will always be changes to deal with along the way, big or small, chosen or not. Every change has an effect. Small things such as a haircut or changing a room around can affect you for a while. When change happens, give yourself time to cope. No matter how good it may be, change means that something in your life has been lost. Older ways of living are reset with a new array of situations. Though any loss, the bright side is that you will gain endurance, insight, and wisdom. Just keep in mind that all changes come to an end with new things, and when new circumstances become familiar from your new comfort zone, all changes eventually bring back a feeling of balance and normalcy. And change never seeks a resting place. It lives within the flow of your spirit, always dynamic, always striving for greater awareness. If you allow yourself to change before you're forced to, there will be a lesser feeling of struggle and stress and fear. You will be able to move forward more easily and be flexible without the intense stress that may be experienced if you resist changes. And if changes were resist, that can cause you stress also. Allow yourself to ride out the storms, and the waves will carry you home. It's not necessary to remain consistent with the old you. Change brings about personal growth through the transition from one set of conditions to another. Through change, you're still you, just stronger and wiser. And the fairy of change on this card drifts across the Sunrise Key with her daughter, releasing butterflies from painted boxes. Butterflies are symbols of transformation as they flutter through life with joy. They're a living illustration of self development and acts as harbingers to the endless possibilities of change. These two fairies have butterfly wings, representing the spirit of change within us all. Overcoming the fear of change is like a dose of nutrients that will help lift you higher to make and adapt to change if they're truly needed. The mother fairy looks ahead and reflects confidence in her ability to sometimes step back or out of herself if necessary, able to determine if change is needed to resolve issues in her or her family's life. Her daughter looks at her, showing her confidence and trust in the mother's ability to lead them down a safe path. Both of the fairies represent together what should be inside of you concerning change in your life. And the prosperity card has shown up in your reading today because it wants you to know that the inner power supplied by spiritual prosperity lasts an eternity. When the word prosperity comes to mind, many people think about its core definition, material success. Even though financial wealth is one of life's tempting opportunities, prosperity isn't limited to the material. Prosperity includes your abundance of spiritual wealth, and being spiritually prosperous means enjoying a wealth of happiness and vitality and thriving with integrity and virtue. Doing things that brings progress and enjoyment into your life will bring abundance. When you do what you love, you're opening up your energy, creating a consciousness of abundance. When you resist the natural flow of prosperity, you're cutting off that flow of energy. It's a natural inclination to desire financial wealth and to make aspects of life easier, striving for financial success through focused, responsible actions. There endless abundance in the universe for anyone who chooses. There is endless abundance for anyone in the world who chooses to pursue a specific dream to see it become reality. If you expect success, you'll be open to receiving it. If you radiate an aura of success, it will be attracted to you, unlike conventional signs. This is the spiritual truth to the universal law of attraction. Like attracts like when we speak of our personal energies and spirit. So, whatever you focus on, you will bring forth. The universe has a way of delivering, but attracting prosperity involves more than just wishing. These things will not just fall into your lap simply by thinking about them. The universe will provide formulas for you to gain these things, and hard work may well be required, depending on the method of manifesting your desires. The perception for spiritual prosperity works similar to financial prosperity. However, unlike financial prosperity, the personal power supplied by spiritual prosperity lasts an eternity because without health and happiness, it's difficult to enjoy financial wealth. Know that you deserve all things wondrous. Believe you can have them. The principle of prosperity can work for you if you think about what you do want as opposed to what you don't. Be conscious of your thoughts, desires, and wishes and focus on the positive rather than the negative. If you catch yourself thinking about things you don't want, quickly shift your thinking and focus on the good things in your life, that which you like to bring into your life. You'll soon train yourself to spend your energy on things you want that will attract abundance. Be persistent and don't let anyone try to darken your hope with negativity. One of the great secrets to success is a positive mindset. So avoid people who will try to discourage your success. Your life is yours to enjoy and nurture. Keep yourself surrounded by focused, positive people. Your vibrant spirit is at liberty to pursue the prosperity you seek. Unlock any possibility you can dream of by manifesting the desires found within the riches of your heart. Create your own reality. And the fairy of prosperity, if you look at this card, is adored in an array of colors and patterns, rich with vibrant health, peace, love, compassion, and inner wisdom. Her arms are open to the endless abundance available to her. She's empowered with the knowledge that she's deserving of good things, and she calls them forth into her life. The dream catcher on her head filters her dreams and visions, allowing through only the ones conducive to her continued prosperity. She, accompanied by a blue owl, representing the stagnating tendency some have of low self esteem and feeling unworthy of good things. The fairy of prosperity sympathizes with this creature, but won't wrap herself in its self created misery. In its self created misery. The fairy of prosperity wants you to realize that regardless of the past, you have the capability of being prosperous in your life. You're always worthy of it. Follow the most important rules in life by doing unto others as you would have them do unto you, balancing and taking in all you do. Enjoy tea with the fairies and know that you need to forgive those who have wronged you, even if the ones who must be forgiven is yourself. They say that love comes in many forms. So does wealth. May your life always be blessed and filled with prosperity and abundant wealth. And the Enlightenment card has shown up in your reading today because it wants you to know that enlightenment will unearth your higher consciousness. Enlightenment is the experience of unearthing higher consciousness by attaining intellectual and spiritual insight. The most profound fulfillment and the greater joy are discovered by achieving a state of enlightenment. It's the emergence from self imposed mental immaturity, using your own personal thought process to become responsible and aware. Enlightenment is not allowing yourself to be discouraged. Instead, it is about making attempts to move ahead spiritually and intellectually. Intellectually. Enlightenment will come to you when you realize you have the capacity to direct your life, when you cultivate your own mind. It's all too easy to forget your divine potential. Aim at day to day living. You're a spiritual being learning to be human rather than a human learning to be spiritual. The challenge is getting back on track with your spiritual self. Enlightenment is transcendence at all depths of the consciousness, from physical to spiritual. The manner in which your spirit thinks creates a vibration, making thoughts become real in the fourth dimension. You can begin your personal path to spiritual enlightenment by establishing your individuality, which means finding your right path without leaning on socially dictated beliefs, which can often be misguided. Think with your own heart, mind, and spirit based on your experiences, understanding, and belief. Enlightenment will allow you to know without thinking and journey in a state of stillness. Enlightenment is your natural state when you've reached your complete potential. At peace with yourself and all that is, it gives you the ability to simply be. Enlightenment will help you get in touch with your consciousness, and this will allow you to reach the goal of spiritual connection to all. Your true self will be discovered in enlightenment, and your true identity will always remain the same. In other words, in an enlightened state, you realize that you will always be who you are and that there's no beginning or end to your true self. Do not resist this awakening of the spirit. And for this awakening will bring a blissful awareness of the eternal liveliness, something that will always remain within you. The fairy of enlightenment is surrounded by flashing fireflies that are flittering through the night sky, yet she is focusing on one in particular, a representation of the first seeing the big picture, then observing the little details as she ponders the meaning of everything she sees in the grand scheme of all that is. The firefly is a symbol of illumination, inspiration, awakening, and realization. All of these pay tribute to elements that make up enlightenment. Enlightenment goes beyond the simple physical nature of things and into the spiritual plane of their nature as well. It's not simply the makeup of the firefly or how its light turns on and off, but also what its presence in nature does to benefit your presence and what you do for it in kind. The fairy's face is not only illuminated by the light, but it is brightened with inner joy. The fireflies move about consistently, yet she remains mesmerized in her state of stillness, at peace with the moment. In the distance, you can see a house, a reminder of the presence of comfort and safety while in the process of connecting the physical to the spiritual. The stars on the fairy dress represent guidance to remind you that enlightenment is reached through many venues. The fairy of enlightenment knows that you must seek and have patience. She knows that, like wisdom, enlightenment comes both in and over time. And you need to be open to change. Expand your flexibility for change, and you will enjoy the beautiful things that is ahead of you. Change is necessary at this time in order to reach prosperity. And know that prosperity will last you forever, eternally. So connect with your inner power and find your inner peace and inner happiness, and you will be one step closer to a prosperous life. And know that enlightenment will help you connect with your higher self, and it will unleash your higher consciousness and bring you more awareness than ever. Okay, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this reading. I would like to thank you again for stopping by and allowing me to connect with you. I hope that this reading has provided the insight that you were seeking. If this reading resonates, please feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe so that you can receive notifications when I post your new reading. And if you would like to become a member of my channel or make a donation to my channel, the link is in the description and it will be greatly appreciated. Well, until next time, goodbye, my lovelies.